Hello, sir.
Hello.
What's up?
Not a lot. Just kind of still trying to wake up this morning.
Absolutely. At Mohawk, we have a friend visiting, John Schaefer, who's designing At the Gates. So
Gotcha.
you might hear him in the background making fun of me while I play.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to be there to do that job, right?
Exactly. I think right now he's too busy eating yogurt or something, so we'll see.
Sounds good. All right, so do we just want to do some basic multiplayer games today then? Is that what we're going to be looking at?
I think that'd be great. I mean, I think I am definitely primed to get my butt kicked. We had been experimenting with a lot of gameplay changes. I mean, not for where we are, some pretty cool ideas. So I don't know where we are in terms of like what's actually in the version right now versus what we might be introducing. Definitely with the robotic, to try to make them a little bit cooler. So I might be believing I'm doing awesome and realizing that the bonuses aren't activated in this version yet.
Yeah, I can understand that. Because it's even, I mean, we're back to simple stuff. Like, I think in next version right now, if you have a power plant down, the robotic colony gets an adjacency bonus with that.
Yep.
But in this version, that's not the case yet. Just even down to small stuff like that, you know, so...
Yeah.
We'll just have to. Well, I guess we'll just have to see how it pans out, because that's thankfully something you guys have to deal with, and not me so much.
Yeah, no, it's definitely fun, but it does when you get out of sync with where I'm a lot more sympathetic now to when you hear creators talking about a TV show and they're like, "Oh, I forget what we did in that episode." And you're like, how could you forget that? I just watched it yesterday. And you realize there's a little bit of a time gap between decisions versus execution.
Yeah.
And when people can actually see what you changed, so.
Maybe it was like 6 or 8 months ago, right? You know, it's just like for them.
Exactly.
Well, I've got a lobby up at this point, just so you're aware.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I just was not refreshing properly.
You're fine. Hopefully you can see it. If you can't see it, then we've got a bigger problem. But
oh no, it's very possible. We've had a few random hosting bugs or multiplayer things, and those are always trickier to track down. I love single player bugs that are repeatable.
Well, yeah, of course. So much simpler when you can reproduce something easily.
Yep.
Thankfully, that UI problem was 100% reproducible, so hopefully that won't take long to track down at all.
Yeah, I sent that to Scott. And
yeah.
He's looking into it, so.
Which is good. Anyway, what was it you were saying before I interrupted you about the lobby?
Oh, no, just, I was just talking about getting, when you get out of sync and you, like I sort of feel like Offworld has a really nice meta that happens when everyone believes the game should be played a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
There's some cracks that you can try to exploit or get into. So really early on, when people started to really master the game, you could have really great energy market action if you built energy right at size 2.
Yep. Because
a lot of people were just jumping over energy altogether. And I always feel like when the game changes, you can get a sneak into like what might be an alternative strategy. I don't know, but right now I feel like my alternative strategies might not even be good at any point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes when you try something crazy or interesting, it's going to work. And sometimes, well, it turns out it was just kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to it.
Yeah. I've definitely been a little bit more I've been a little bit more of the thorn and Sarn's side, making requests for things. And then inevitably, whenever I would watch highly competitive people play, they would do the same thing I did, but actually effectively. So
it's always the trick, isn't it?
Yeah. I was like, Sarn, if someone's going to be able to mutiny my stuff, I need to be able to blow it up. You have to understand that no one will benefit from my thing unless it's me. And,
no, for sure. Trust me, I've been in that exact same spot before, especially something like the hacker array. From my perspective, it's like, oh, you want control of that? Well, unfortunately, mutinies cost $30,000 now, but this dynamite only costs $2.
Yep. Looks like we're in that mode in the game, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's fantastic. Oh, I'm sorry. I love it when I can injure myself in some fashion. I got really upset at one point, actually, that I wanted to target a particular black market item on myself because that particular tile was the best one to hit. I don't even remember what the item was, and I couldn't at that point in the game. I don't even remember what it was, but like I wanted to be able to hit it right there for maximum effectiveness against these two players, and I just couldn't. I was very sad.
Are we now broadcasting to? Oh, there we are. Good. I usually miss the chat, and I'm trying to like figure out a way to like have the chat up while we play. So
do you have the two screens going?
I do.
That's an important detail. Yeah, I need to actually get better at just opening up the chat in a separate window, so I'll actually pay attention to it. Because I'll have like my dashboard up, right? And it's got chat, you know, a little section of it, but I'm so bad at actually seeing the chat. And if I just have it covering the whole window or the whole screen over there in the corner, then maybe I'll actually get to see it.
Absolutely. So have you played with, is it Echo T?
I have not, actually. Well, I think I've seen him around maybe a couple of times, but not frequently. It's not somebody like Blues or Game Slayer or Terry, you know, who I see literally all the time and then promptly lose to quite frequently. But, you know, I always like seeing people who I don't necessarily see all the time, which has been the weirdest thing about queuing into quick match sometimes. Like, most of the time when I'm playing a quick match game, it's against somebody I've literally never seen before.
Yeah.
Which just creates a new kind of perspective on the community that's actually out there.
Does it seem like the people that you're being quick matched to, are they pretty similar in skill level, or have you seen any big gaps in like sometimes someone that's like their first game, or I'm pretty sure you're on the upper end of things, but
yeah,
I'm just looking like have you gotten into a game and just seen someone that's like, hey, this is their first time playing multiplayer and they might be quitting after this match?
Yeah, I've gotten a couple of people like that.
Okay.
And I've gotten other people who are, you know, competent but missing details, you know, that kind of
missing
thing.
The requisite 10 hours of getting in the dirt with other folks.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of thing. Well, I had a game like last night where the guy just never took aluminum. And I'm pretty sure like the way he was acting, he's never played against somebody who just was willing to not sell a resource and even to buy up that resource. So he was trying to upgrade to HQ level 5 at some point, and aluminum sitting there at $250.
Yeah, and there's no incentive for you to like sell at that point.
Exactly. Now, most people will just sell aluminum when it's at $200, right? Because they want that money. Or most people will sell aluminum when it's at $40. But it's those kind of details that a lot of times those people seem to be missing. All right, well, we do have 4 finally.
Yeah, Nate the Great was the final one. Ooh, Hidden Identities, my favorite.
Well, I always prefer to masquerade. I think Soren doesn't like it when I masquerade things, but...
You know why Soren doesn't like it when it's masquerade mode? Because deep down he believes that I target him every game, and there are definitely games where I am the jerk, but there are some games where I try to ride under the radar, and he still believes I'm the bad man. Most of the screens that give like the rollouts where it's like, oh, this is who used black market items on you, this is how many they bought, this is how much they paid. So many of those stem from office arguments or like really, really bitter post-game wrap-ups where, someone's hurt someone's feelings by their behavior. Yeah. And we're like, let's just implement this screen so we can like clear the air a little bit.
Exactly. No, it's a nice thing to be able to see. All right, since we've got the 4, are you ready to go? Go ahead.
Yeah, certainly. As ready as I'm going to be.
Well, oh my gosh. Fair enough. I kind of expect Nate to do pretty well this time, considering.
Oh, reveal map.
I'm pretty tired. You're out of practice. Of course, reveal map. Never reveal map. It's like the primary reason I don't play quick match more is because. But I know a lot of people it would be the opposite, so I'm not really upset about it. It's just the way it is.
My timing on reveal map mode is awful.
Oh, mine too. Don't worry.
Okay, sure.
No, it is. Oh no, and my mouse is freaking out, so I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble here in just a moment. That's what happens when I
Preliminary scans agree this is a great primary location.
let the cat near me.
You can count on us.
But that's fine.
Okay.
Alright, so you're probably the scavenger. Maybe not.
I don't know.
Colony found.
Well, I mean, here's my thought process, right? Scavengers attack people, and you like attacking people, from what you said just a minute ago.
That's
Obviously.
I'm saying according to Sauron.
Yeah. I don't know, Soren's usually right about these things, from what I've seen.
He does have an uncanny ability to assess the truth. That's true. Yeah, it's sort of awkward being in mystery mode and talking with you, because I'm like, I can't really discuss. Well, it's interesting because there's definitely a few good water spots, and who's ever in the upper right is prime for those.
That's true.
But I almost feel like it's a little bit at the expense of aluminum.
They are going to be suffering on aluminum. Thankfully for them, there's this expansive colony down there who has a ridiculous amount of it.
Yes, and we'll see if he has the discipline that you claim to have.
Well, in a 1v1, I've got that level of discipline. In a multiplayer game, all bets are off. You know, it's just kind of... Yeah, that's annoying. Because frankly, in a multiplayer game, usually, or you know, in an FFA, usually my thought process is, well, look, if I don't just sell it down, somebody else is going to anyway, so what's the point of trying to hold on to it?
9,000, 10,000, 12,000, 14,000, 16,000.
That's a lot of cash.
Is it 16,000?
I don't know. Well, the problem is that this is going to be the only way to get a claim.
Exactly. There's no new claim auction, or sorry, no new claim black market this game. That's always going to keep things a little bit more interesting, but you're going to get it for 32, don't worry.
Oh gosh, dang it. Why do you say these things? What is it about me that makes you believe you know what my game plan is?
I don't know. Maybe I've just played with you a little bit these days. Not a lot, but a little bit, you know, just get a little bit of an idea of what's going on. Man, if this guy... Maybe you are the scientist, who knows? You could be whatever you want to be, I guess. Oh man, that elemental core, okay, that's interesting. I guess it's fine.
The
Not a
black
big deal.
market is online.
You have iron coming in now, okay.
Oh, Cuba looks like he's just logged in.
Oh good, no.
Oh my goodness.
That'll give us more than enough competition for my taste, so... Oh, what to do, what to do, what to do. Actually, I know very well what to do, and it's just be patient right now, which is so frustrating.
Yeah, you want to get that upgrade popped really quick.
Exactly.
It's hard.
Well, and sometimes that just involves sitting there for the most part.
With this new expansion, we have increased our potential production rates.
I have a nice little debt
The
engine.
shareholders will
Congratulations.
I've created a successful debt engine.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
Your little electrolysis reactor? Is that what we're talking about? How you managed to put just one of them down? It's making you like, what, $7 a second? No, 11. You're doing much better now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, energy cost. What the hell?
I know, right? No, we'll just have to see how all this pans out. It's always an interesting thing about having scientists around. It makes water...
Colony expanded.
It does such weird things to water. I don't even know how to describe it. It just makes water weird.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Expansive colony expanded.
Man, I don't really want that tile, but I don't want him to just have an extra tile for 4,000, because that's gross. You know what I mean?
That could be you. You could be like, I just want that tile for myself because
It could be.
gross.
It could be.
My debt is horrendous. I think I need to figure something else out now.
On the bright side, everybody's debt is horrendous, so...
16,000.
True.
It's really funny, actually. Alright. Because I could just let you know who I am, but it's more fun this way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you've met. I think you know who I am.
Let this be a lesson. Screw with us.
Probably.
Uh-oh.
Screw with me.
Just at a guess. Probably. Yeah, power is pretty ridiculous right now, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
The black market is online.
Okay. What to do with this? Such a weird position to be in. Yeah, I've put myself in a strange spot. I don't know what else to say about it besides that. And you did rack up a lot of debt quickly. How'd you manage that?
I don't know. I don't. It was at auction. It was really. I
Yeah,
started.
you
with,
did get that auction, didn't you? That would do it. Ooh, that mutiny. Well, at least those are solar panels instead of farms, I guess. Oh man, it wasn't even you doing the mutinizing. Interesting.
No. I'm a peaceful player sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Why would
Unless you're lying about who you are, but that's fine.
Thanks to
Yeah.
the infrastructure boost you approved.
No, I mean, honestly, I'm playing a very passive game with I do not think spending money on black market things is going to be effective for me right now.
Yeah,
Black market
I can understand that.
Oh my goodness. Although I don't
What's
like
wrong?
what I just saw. Like someone's there's a red player, Clark, who settled in some nice little silicon production nearby me. That makes me sad.
Yeah, especially because Silicon's like $57 right now.
Yep.
It's quite a bit.
Yep, that makes me very upset.
It's understandable.
There's not much I can do about it.
Nope, not even a little bit. You could have upgraded faster.
Oh yeah. Yep. Oh, I guess how do you like the silicon prices then?
The Silicon prices are pretty good, right? Yeah. You know what I don't like right now is this dust storm, actually.
Sure. Let's see, where are you getting your power from?
That's a good question.
Interesting. Okay.
Are you going to try and steal my power?
No.
That would be rude.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Like, I could steal the power, but now it's down, it's flattened out.
It's true. I was kind of hoping you'd go for it, but you know, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't need to worry about it, I guess.
I'm rusty, but I'm not obscenely rusty.
I've had people do that. Like, they'll just be so focused on, I need to take that guy's geotherm, they won't realize power has gotten down to $10.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit ridiculous, honestly. What am I trying to do right now? I haven't even really decided.
The black market
I need to actually
is
pick a
online.
course. I don't really want to hit that right now. Such a weird situation. I'm hating this dust storm right now.
I'm so sorry. It does suck.
There we go. Of course, I always hate dust storms. It's pretty much just the life that I live in. That's unfortunate timing.
Okay, so now we've capped our facilities off. I have no ability to get any more plots. And we'll see how that works.
On the bright side, you were the first to HQ5.
Yeah.
That adrenaline boost really panned out for you.
We'll see.
More and more of them. Sheesh, guys. I mean, that's going to really work out for you too, quite frankly.
Oh yeah, we were.
Is online.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You know you deserved every last little bit of it.
I completely agree. Ooh, water. Look at the price of water.
Water's looking pretty decent right now. I see that pirates are going out in various places. On food still, but you know. Man. I miss nukes every time they're not in the game these days.
Yeah. Is that what you call the resource bomb?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's underground nuke.
Yep, yep.
I should really do something about this.
Okay.
There's a lot of stock buying happening. Alright. I guess that's fine.
There's also no dynamite. So your only source of
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
The black market is online.
You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm just going deep. I'm looking at like growth options, and I don't see. I'm gonna have to pivot at some point, and if I pivot late, I'm gonna be dead.
Mm-hmm. Rude.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it was you too, so there's no point in trying to deny it. You
You can
jerk.
see the little ships go back.
Yeah, you can actually.
Yeah. The ships should be going back to. Ideally, we want the ships going back to the colony. So when something's pirated, you would then see the little ship head out. Instead of to the person's headquarters, it would just go straight to the colony.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it could
It's-
also just kind of hit the edge of the map because that's where the pirates are. If you wanted to go that route, but
Yep. No doubt. But we definitely don't want to telegraph that information.
exactly. So why would you?
The black market is online.
Okay. So Asimov is gonna be. Oh my gosh.
You okay over there?
You have it defended. Yeah, I just saw an off-road market. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that is pretty nice, isn't it? Teleportation for Asimov. All right, well, good he finally got to that. For him, I suppose. I did not take tiles correctly this game, but that's fine. I could have rearranged just a little bit, and I would be in such a better position than I am right now.
Oh my goodness. Gosh. Okay, let's. Are the. How do you. When you build an off-road market, do you have any ability to identify what the prices are before you do that?
Yeah, you scroll over the, what's it called?
Market is online.
Sorry, you scroll over the price over on the, you know, in the interface over there,
Yep.
and you can see it.
The magnetic storm does not trigger the.
No, which is good because that would be dumb.
No, I
Let's
don't
be
disagree,
honest.
but I wanted to try.
Well, yeah,
fine.
it's always worth trying, isn't it? Just to make sure. And I wish I had not taken my tiles stupidly this game. I would be in so much of a better position. It's insane. I just got a little dumb with it, though.
Yep.
Offworld
I
shipment
understand.
launched.
Yeah.
All the money.
Okay. Oh, hold on. I wonder if I'm trying out lots of different things here. Cook the books. Is that good?
Yeah, go for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's my
It's
dumb move.
great.
Darn it. I guess there's that. I'm trying to trigger it in a way that won't destroy me.
Well, that's understandable, but perhaps also a bit unreasonable.
Look at all the money.
Sure. Oh my gosh.
Man, at least I have silicon coming in this game.
Your stock is being bought.
Alright, there we go. That's all I needed.
Offworld shipment launched. Look at all the money.
I really shouldn't be doing that. Okay. That'll help. Well, unfortunately.
Uh-oh.
That's just the way it's got to be.
Offworld
Yep, yep, yep.
Look at all the money.
Well, we might as well do it while I'm already...
Dirty rat trying to break out.
Already
hopefully someone
getting
hits that.
targeted.
Yeah, hit me twice if you want, but you've got it mostly done, so...
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's understandable.
Expansive colony expanded.
Okay.
Oh, well. That's a problem. Well, we can work around it. No big deal. Seriously? Aluminum popped back up to $100? What are you people doing this game? Man, you guys are crazy.
Carbon is expensive.
Crazy.
Newsflash.
Yeah, I know carbon's expensive.
Okay.
Trust me.
Person that owns me is doing that, and you just got carbon scrubbing. And you're going hard in chemicals.
Oh, did I manage to get carbon scrubbing? Thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
Offworld shipment launched.
That was kind of an important part of my long-term plan, as it turned out.
We call
Some
the
of
dirty rat
that.
trying
Go.
to break our stuff.
Rude.
It happens. I was trying to both help myself and hurt you.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh, sure. Whoa, yeah, let's not be doing that no more. Figures.
I like the big old temptation. I'm like, I just put
Oh,
that
the
down.
timing.
All the money.
Oh,
Oh, that was the grossest thing ever. Actual grossest thing ever. Timing on that solar flare.
oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Goodbye, debt. I will not miss
Black
you.
market is
I hope to never
online.
see you again. Oh, you're upgrading electronics. It's a bold move when there's no silicon, aluminum, or carbon available on the map.
I have. Well, I figured no one else would have it either.
That's a fair point. I mean, it's true.
I feel like this. I'm watching the end of the Rocky movie, and I feel like I'm Apollo Creed.
Offworld shipment.
I felt like I was really in a good
Look
shape,
at all the money.
and then all of a sudden not.
Well, let's be honest here. What's happened is I pushed to an off-world and nobody punished me for it.
I tried, but no
I know
one-
you tried.
No one jumped on that bandwagon.
Well, and it's hard to, isn't it? Because that's part of the reason I just went for it was there's no dynamite, there's no nuke, there's none of that nonsense going on. So I'm just
Target
gonna.
someone else. Don't target me with that. Buy
Well,
me before
I
you target
actually, you know, I didn't target you with the last one, so
me. Oh my gosh.
it's true. I didn't. So, man, the solar flare during those dry ice condensers. I keep forgetting it works
I
that
hate
way.
those filthy bandits.
Yeah.
It's so rarely important, right?
So what is the
Offworld shipment.
not to give away any super strategies? What is your like? I'm pretty sure you could buy me. What is
Yeah.
your motivation to pause that out?
Well, I can buy you really easily in the future, for one thing. For another thing, I already have a lot of your stock, so if I hold on to your stock, that's increasing my stock price, right? The
Yep.
more shares that I have purchased and used, just kind of an increase to my stock price, as I understand it.
Yep.
And on top of that, you don't have a lot of you have some cash right now. You have a fair
Yeah.
amount, but I'm not too scared about you. There are other people who maybe I think are a bit more threatening immediately.
Okay.
So I want to get rid of their cash stockpile. Also, as I get closer and closer to buying other people, it encourages them to do things like pay down their debt,
Gotcha.
which also helps eliminate their cash stockpile. So I can just sit on money for a while, wait, see how people respond to it, and then kill someone from there.
Look at all the money.
Man, these dust storms have absolutely done ridiculous things to food.
called the dirty
Oh
rat
my
trying
goodness,
to
I was
break
at,
out.
I spent 30,000 to get your trigger your 30. Or were you stockpiling? Had you stockpiled?
I had stockpiled.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely something like I have discussed with Sarin many times in the past, not allowing people to stockpile black market goods. So like having them be you buy, you use, because stockpiling them can be devastating on both ends.
It's true.
You know, like once you get ahead on the stockpile, it's very hard for someone to like knock you back. Or, you know, you sort of feel like the person that buys it initially is just stepping on your fingers as you're climbing the cliff.
Look at all
Yeah.
the money.
It's true. It is very true. Well, this one should basically be over. Unfortunately, I don't really know what either of you could do to bring it back. You are the bigger threat right now, which is interesting.
Oh my goodness, you had bought every single goon squad. I don't think
pretty
anyone
much.
but you had bought a goon squad.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, see, here's the thing. When you're playing like me, I'm super paranoid that everybody is out to get me.
They are.
Yeah, I know, and a lot of the time it's true, if we're being honest here. But, yeah, I end up with a lot of goon squads whenever they're available.
Ooh, and the adrenaline boost is 50,000. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
that's other people. That's not me so much.
Okay,
No. Can't be having
thank
none
you.
of that.
thank you.
You're welcome. Couldn't be having any of it. Oh, I saw that. I shouldn't have scrapped the patent
I
lab.
hate those filthy
At least you hit the
bandits.
wrong thing.
I don't
Maybe
know
it wasn't
if
you.
me. It wasn't me.
Good. Then you didn't hit the wrong thing, but... let's see, 115, 100... Yeah, okay. See, now you've been throwing black market at me the whole time, so your money stockpile is basically non-existent.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Shipment launch.
So there's no point in killing you.
Look at all the money.
The reason to kill you would be your scavenger, and that gets rid of...
I got
Like,
it.
Yes, you
I
did. For
finally
50
get-
seconds.
What is that called? Is that a Pyrrhic victory?
I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. Pyrrhic? I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
You
Mr.
finally
Flip-
managed to do something to me at complete expense of your own existence.
Yeah, it was worth the 50,000 or whatever. That
Totally.
was cost me.
That is going to help you win the game for sure. It's really dumb. I'm just sitting here waiting on food to come in, basically, for this game to be over.
Oh yeah. I see
No,
that's-
my silicon, my $20 silicon. Whatever will I do?
Hold on, let's see how this
Look at all the
goes.
money.
Game delay. Don't you want that plot?
No. No. No, I don't.
Oh, okay,
Not
okay.
even a little bit.
How about this plot?
Oh man, you can still do that on this version?
Oh,
Or did you store them up?
Apparently, there's no timer on the black market for me. I've been
Oh,
such
man.
a good. Here we are. Here we are. And this is why Sarin hates me.
Oh no, I already did this to other people.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I've yeah, there's a game, you can go watch it if you want to, where I was completely taken out, like just absolutely dead in like this 6-man game. So all I do is I start auctioning plot after plot after plot after plot after plot. And I end up selling off about half of myself before people finally stop bidding on them very much. And I'd gotten, I want to say like 2/3 of the way to buying somebody or something like that. Maybe even closer. It was ridiculous. It was my only way back into the game. Was I was trying to sell off all of my territory so I could just buy someone else. So I'd have like an HQ and a half instead of just being dead.
Yeah.
Offworld shipment launch.
So someone said it's pronounced
Look at all the
Fyric? Fyric?
Offworld
Victory.
shipment launched. Look at
Or
all the money.
Pyric? You're at 85 and counting.
I'm getting there. It's just this food. It's just got to come on in and we'll be good. Or I can wait for an off-world launch, but those are like 20 seconds away, so... Yeah. You know what I
Yep.
could do if I wanted to speed things up is just cancel all of them. There we go.
Good game. Oh my gosh. Oh, sadness.
It was a silly little game. It was mostly a silly little game, though, at that solar... Oh, man. I probably had the game wrapped up anyway,
Yep.
but that solar panel was stupid. Or, sorry, the solar flare.
The resource curve on the has you can see this really funny power curve.
Yeah. Curve is kind of a generous word to be giving that, but yeah.
Yeah, the launch ramp and then the crash. That's, as an American, I feel like there's something very poetic about. I feel like that's been my life cycle.
Fair enough. Man, was somebody specifically shorting power? No, there was a power shortage, which contributed.
There was an auto power shortage. Yeah.
And I think that just compiled on the fact that power was already rising pretty steeply at that point.
Yeah,
Maybe somebody scrapped solar panels or something. I don't know.
I should have committed all my claims to the silicon. I knew that there were only 5, and I split my interest up.
Yeah. I saw you take the 1, and then actually I completely changed my game plan on HQ level 3 when I saw you take the 1 silicon.
Yep.
Because I wanted 2 of those silicon, right? I wanted that 3 silicon per second.
Yep.
And everybody, it looks like, took silicon that game. It's just I had the best silicon.
Yep.
And so I ended up dropping, like, on HQ level 3, 2 geos and 2 silicon quarries instead of doing anything else, which is not what I like to do on HQ3.
So did both Echo T and Nate the Great, did they both drop right before getting bought? Because they're listed as AI.
I think they left after getting bought. It'll list them as AI if they leave afterward.
Cool. Yeah, we need to clean that up. I always feel like buying the AI is okay, but when I look through a list, I like to make sure that I was playing an opponent.
Yeah.
So I can,
I mean, one thing I would love in a lot of ways is just built into this end game screen, the ability to talk to people, and then an indicator of who is still here.
Yep.
You know, so and like the AI thing, I guess it's kind of useful as an indicator of who is still here. So I wouldn't want to see it taken away without something like that being put in, but only if obviously there was some reason to care that people were still here.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel like we need to support the post-game wrap-up, because internally that's one of the things that makes the game way more rewarding. Like after you play it and you have a breakdown and you describe like that missed opportunity or the solar flare issues or whatever.
Absolutely. Well, it can also just feel a lot better in some ways when things are going wrong, you don't understand it, but then you've got a place where you can be like, what happened, and then somebody tells you what was kind of going on in their corner, and you're like, oh, everything makes more sense now. Now I'm not so frustrated.
Yeah. Oof. Well, I was in competition in that middle of that game, and then you just peeled off pretty strong.
I got to the Offworld and I didn't get punished for it even a little bit. I think
that's. Oh my god.
And on top of that, I managed to get to a patent lab with carbon scrubbing at some point in a game where carbon was going absolutely nuts at it for a while. And then I was also sitting on an engineering lab during all that. And it wasn't really any major, huge play that did it. It was just like all these tiny little things adding up over time.
What was your... Now, you had complained that your claims weren't as optimized as you'd liked.
Oh, yeah.
What did you do that was a little bit sloppy that you would have redone at your base?
If you see the bottom right corner, in particular, where I put my chem labs, 2 of those aren't on, and initially that was my steel, 2 of those aren't on dry ice.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I had access to dry ice, and if I had been able to get dry ice, that would have been huge that game, because oxygen and carbon were both hugely important. It's why I actually spent a lot of the EMPs you threw at me on Bradbury / Nate the Great in the corner there, because he was sitting on so many dry ice condensers. I think at one point he had 8 of them, and then he was sitting on food. So if I'd had access to that, I could have pretty easily had triple dry ice condensers for a really long time, which would have been a big deal.
So you were tight on water that game?
Not really. I had 3 water.
I guess the dry ice condenser would have gotten you the carbon, which you would have had direct access to instead of having to ship it. Okay.
Well, and wouldn't have had to. I never even took a single carbon tile.
Okay.
You know, because you had the good carbon, and there was dry ice on the map, so I wasn't considering it initially. I was like, oh, I've got dry ice in this corner, and then I just failed to use it completely. But no, that's why I ended up going for carbon scrubbing. Like, it's what led to me building a patent lab instead of a hacker array, honestly.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I almost feel like we want a special in the maps right now. We either have ice or dry ice, and in our interface we sort of highlight both of those in a way that isn't super intuitive for new folks. And I almost feel like we might want a special button that is available only under those circumstances. So it's sort of like it lets you know what kind of map you're in right away.
Yeah.
As compared with just being enmeshed in.
That's a fair point. With only two real... I mean, there are only like 3 map variations when it comes to that sort of thing, right? You've got ice, dry ice, and nothing.
Yeah.
I guess it could make sense. It would make even more sense if there were more map variations and things like that, but...
Yeah, we our science advisor told us that I believe even in the dry ice in the south, there's still water available. So it might just be a nice variant if we just had solar condensers as a singleton. It would get whatever it was on, like similar to like the way that wind power worked. Like
right.
if you is it a better, you know? And so like when you go to put down the solar condenser, you would just see the resources that you would get in your hotkey, like in the interface rollover.